Well, KU football's role on the local recruiting trail continued on Monday night as the Jayhawks completed the flip of three-star tight end Jaden Hamm, who was up until this month committed to Arkansas. KU was able to get things done and get Hamm as a part of their 2023 recruiting class with signing day just days away. Things moved quickly with KU flipping Hamm from Arkansas, and it really started at the start of this month. Hamm took his official visit to Arkansas. All signs pointed to him enrolling early there in Fayetteville, but then his position coach leaves and takes the South Carolina offensive coordinator position. And as a result, Hamm started to maybe look around a little bit, and KU swooped in with Andy Kotelnicki coming in and developing a really, really good relationship with him over the last few weeks. Now, he took his official visit to campus over the weekend, and after that, all signs pointed to him becoming a Jayhawk. And this is obviously a huge commitment for Kansas. The Jayhawks now have two of the top 10 players in the state. It's a step in the right direction for Kansas on the local recruiting front. It's something that Lance Leipold has worked hard to try and get KU some more inroads locally, and two commitments like Jaden Hamm and Calvin Clements over the course of December will do a lot in maybe building some momentum going forward. But we're here to talk about Jaden Hamm and what Kansas is getting. And I think when you look at his recruiting as a whole, you have to factor in that he committed to Arkansas before his junior season. So he was a very, very early commit to Arkansas. And so when you go and look at his recruiting profile, he's someone that had offers from Michigan, Oklahoma State, Penn State, TCU, and Tennessee, just to name a few. And that's all really before his junior season. And so what is Kansas getting in Jaden Hamm? Well, I think he's the perfect tight end for Kansas and what they want to do offensively. Andy Kotelnicki has talked a lot about wanting to be multiple with the tight end position and using those players as kind of your chess pieces that can do multiple things. And that's exactly what Jaden Hamm is. We'll talk about receiving in a second, but I think you have to start off with his grit and his willingness to block, because that's something that these tight ends are asked to do. You think about someone like Jared Casey, the improvements that Mason Fairchild showed during his time at Kansas. KU wants their tight ends to block, and Jaden Hamm has shown that he is more than willing to do it. His high school, Eudora, runs a really run-heavy offense, so he has plenty of experience doing that. Now, sometimes with blocking tight ends, you might wonder, oh, well, can they catch the ball? Well, Jaden Hamm is an all-around tight end. You look at some of the opportunities that he had to go out and catch the ball, he flashes some ability. But I think you have to look at his play on the basketball court to maybe draw more comparisons to what he might be able to do with more passing reps and time on task and getting better at being a receiving tight end. And he shows really good coordination on the basketball floor, really good athleticism. He's someone that isn't going to be a top-tier athlete in the Big 12, but he's going to be a better athlete than maybe what Kansas has gotten at the position in recent years. So Hamm is going to enroll early at Kansas. He'll be on campus in middle of January. He'll be able to go through spring practice. He'll be able to really work out with the team and get acclimated. And if you want to talk about players playing early, the first step is really enrolling early so that they can be there for those 4 months, the spring semester. That's really huge. But I think in Lance Leipold's KU program, I think you'd like to see just about every single freshman redshirt. I think it's a luxury that Kansas now has with the depth across the roster. So Jaden Hamm, long-term, someone that can be a Big 12 starter, I think is a really big addition. You look at the local recruiting front. You can also look at KU's 2023 class as a whole. Now, the top 4 commits rating-wise are all guys that have committed in November and later. So Kansas is building some momentum on the recruiting trail heading into National Signing Day. And as always, we will have you covered with everything you need to know at Fog.net.